Thanks for waiting. You are welcome back. Let's do something related to the Ghana Black Stars, where there is a very good news because a goal from Mohamed Salisu and 2 goals from Mohamed Kudus have given Ghana Black Stars a 3-2 win over South Korea in their second game of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Despite a brief second half rally from the South Koreans, Otoado's side picked up all 3 points to keep them in the race for a round of 16 plays. Following the opening day loss to Portugal, the Black Stars needed to avoid defeat against the South Korean side to prevent early elimination from the tournament. This was clearly on the minds of the players as the Navy Stars allowed the South Koreans to dominate the early part of the game. South Korea raked up a corner count of 7 but failed to significantly test Lawrence Atizigi in Ghana's goal. Now let's delve more into this particular story because I've been joined in the studios by our sports presenter in the person of Dennis Osejenfi. You are welcome.
Thank you, MK.
Okay, I believe you were able to watch the full 90 minutes.
Indeed.
What are your initial...
Well, indeed, I watched the full game. Of course, it's a match of interest. And in a period like this where the Mundial is happening, these are the games that you should be watching. I think that this was an improved performance from the one we saw against Portugal. And indeed, going into this game, we needed to keep our hopes alive, and we needed a good result, a decent one, which we had today. Of course, just like you read, in the story, it was Navy at some point in time in the game. Ghana led 2 goals by first half. Quickly after the second half resumed, they equalized all the 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. So that caused some Navy movement, and they were quite stronger in terms of possessive play. They were dominating, they were attacking us more, they created more chances. It got to a point where even within 17 minutes they had 7 corners. So that tells you the kind of pressure the South Koreans. Yes. Wow. Indeed, today they were the dominant side in the game, but we utilized our chances when it mattered most. They were not hurting us in deeper areas, but we were able to utilize the chance whenever we searched for. We didn't create enough chances, but today you can credit one of Ayew brothers, Jordan Ayew, for sweeping in some 2 good, decent in-swinging crosses, which resulted in our first 2 goals. And so it's such a relief for Otoado. It keeps our hopes alive in the tournament. Now it means that Portugal and Uruguay are playing this evening at 7 p.m. They've started as a press. It means that Ghana are jumping to 3 points. Now Korea has got 1 point. They drew in their first game against Uruguay, and Uruguay has also got 1 point. And so Portugal are 3 points, and we have our last game against Uruguay to play it all out for. And so it gives us an open chance to qualify from this tournament, and that's the good news for us.
You know, I was very glad when you made mention of Jordan Ayew. Initial stages when the lineup impression about it, the lineup.
Well, I think that many people have been very skeptical about their performance with the Black Stars, but if you're going to judge it by what we saw today, he leave the mark. He passed the standard because the game was almost around him. He caused the changing moments in the game. The 2 goals that Ghana had in the first half, Jordan's crosses, decent ones, of course, and always looked dangerous whenever he floated in crosses. When we had incidents of corner kicks, some of them were even dangerous if he had to force good saves out of the Korean goalkeeper. So I think that if you're judging it based on the performance today, he has left the mark, and I think he has kept a lot of people quiet and silent today. His brother could not live up to that standard because of course the day age is not on his side. He's running out of pace and all of that, running out of gas at some point. But I think that for Jordan and for what we saw today, it was a good performance. This is exactly what we needed from him. He is not the pacey type. Many people were expecting the likes of the younger lads, Kamal Dean Suleiman, who is very pacey, who can open up the play on the sides of of attack. But Jordan will not give you that. He will not give you that pace. He will not open up he will not stretching or stretch the defense line of the Koreans. But he's got that in swing. He will cut in and send in a decent cross to locate his player, and that's what exactly he did today. And 2 of such resulted in our 2 goals, which was impressive.
Were you surprised he didn't win the Man of the Match award?
Well, yes, quite. But of course, if you have a player getting 2 goals, I mean, he is agile to have turned the game around, and his goal also, I mean, won the day for his team. So I think that Jordan will be disappointed, but he assisted in the 2 goals, but someone got 2 goals, someone finished it, and that is what we count. We count the finish more than the assist. So I mean, Kudus is stronger based on the fact that he changed the game. Even though Jordan was a stimulus, that's catapulted, or that started the change. But I mean, Kudus changed the game.
Okay, moving forward, next match we will be playing Uruguay, and it is going to be a tensious game.
Exactly, it brings a lot of memory, and there will be everything to play for in that game. When we want to take us back to 2010, these are some of the things that many do not want to remember ever again in their lives. Luis Suarez, and coincidentally, he's one of the few players who are coming back from that game after 2010. You know, almost with the Ghanaian team, almost everybody has faded off. With the exception of Dede and his brother, who were part of that team. But for the, Uruguayans, there's Suarez coming, there's Diego Godin coming, there's Caceres coming, they've got Cavani coming, and they've got Mozzarella, about 6 of them. So they are quite an age side. I mean, age is not on their side. We have the youngest team in the tournament, average of 24 years. That tells you that we've got future with the performance.
Yes, they have the experience.
They have the experience, but is the experience working for them? I don't think so. We saw them in South Korea, and how South Korea dominated them, how they outran them, and that is the advantage that we've got. And with the players having that kind of, vindictiveness or payback for the Uruguay, I think that it means a lot for our young lads who were very young at the time. Most of them were very young. They saw the heartbreak on TV. Now they want to avenge it for Ghanaians, and their parents are aware of the situation, and so it presents us a good opportunity. On Friday, 3 o'clock, it's a holiday in Ghana. What a way to get them on a holiday. It's going to be a nice holiday for Ghanaians.
How difficult would that game be against Ghana?
It depends on the results that comes out today. Uruguay and Portugal, they are the last group game. The last group game being played at 7 o'clock. It depends on it, and I'm quite confident that Portugal are likely to record the win, but depending on the nature of the results, or how the results pans out, as it stands now, Uruguay have got 1 point, and they will need a good result to also cement their chances of staying in the competition. You get the point. So it will mean a lot after we see what's going to happen today, where Portugal and Uruguay are going to face off. And I believe that with Portugal's side, they've got quality in depth, and I believe they've got what to nip the results from.
Some people have also questioned the performance of Partey. Are you surprised?
Well, it's kind of, I am one person, honestly, I wouldn't want to be hand-picking on players, or be picking on players, but of course Partey's season so far has been tremendous with Arsenal, but we've not seen exactly him the same way at Arsenal, and that's the weight of pressure on Partey is what's causing all of this. It's not as if he's been dead silent.
Okay.
Do you get it? But for what we've seen at Arsenal this season, the expectation is high on him. Another example is Inaki Williams, and many asking, we get those questions a lot. Why is Inaki still playing? And I try to explain that the weight of pressure, he's new to the environment, and he has to take time to adapt. And this is what is affecting someone like Inaki. But Partey,
but you can't adapt using a whole platform like the World Cup.
There's no chance for him again. We gave chances to other people who picked up quite quickly. Kevin Prince-Boateng is an example. Even Tariq Lamptey, also another player who is given a chance at this time. We are trying a lot of them. Tariq, Inaki.
What do you make of the performance of Atizigi?
Atizigi was good.
Was good.
But let's not overhype him.
Okay.
Atizigi was good, but let's not overhype him.
Some people have questioned the 2 goals. He could have done something about it.
But he paid, or he made those amends with those crucial saves he made. He made some, serious, crucial interventional saves today, which kept us in the game. And I think that's why sometimes the players will see their day. Sometimes it will not be a good day for them. We don't need to be so critical on them. For Partey, I think that Partey will come to the party. He just needs time. He's warming himself into the game. Anytime we've not seen Partey in the first half, he comes back in the second half, and he's a changed Partey, a stronger Partey. And that's what gives me confidence that as he into the game, into the tournament, but it will be something.
Before I let you go, any surprise package from the Black Stars, especially ahead of Uruguay game?
I'm sure he'll be happy to maintain the squad he started with today. He will maintain his 4-back system. It has worked for us. It has given us goals. And the first time in our history, we've recorded 3 goals in a World Cup game. That tells you that something worked for us today. Wow. And I mean, let's congratulate the team. We've been hard on them. Let's congratulate them. It's not over. Friday is the D-Day. Sure. We need to qualify. And I mean, today Brazil won. There's the likelihood that we might face Brazil in our next round. You know what happened in our first game, in our first World Cup tournament? It was baptism of fire where we made Brazil at this same level. So it's going to be an interesting fixture to look at.
A real baptism of fire. Dennis Osei-Jemfi, a journalist here with us at TV Africa, delving more into issues related to the Ghana Black Stars win against South Korea.